Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Behind the Front Desk. We are sponsored by our good friends at Phaser Marketing. So let's be honest, either you own a small business or you know someone that does. Phaser Marketing offers a one-stop shop marketing team for your business. They stop you from wasting your valuable time trying to learn and juggle the core elements of marketing. If you want to focus more on what you do best, make sure to check out their website at phasermarketing.com. That's PHASER marketing.com and take your business to the next level.
It's that easy. That's a good one. Well, you want to take the lead on your surprise? You want to open the show?
Welcome to the podcast, everyone. We are Behind the Front Desk, featuring
It's
the Launch
tough.
Tier writers. So first off, we'd like to announce we finally have
A logo.
a logo. Maybe you can see it. You might not. It's a work in progress.
If you can't see the picture up on there, expect a peppered in photo of it right now on your screen.
Yeah.
Welcome back. I hope you like it.
We should turn that down because I don't like the echo.
Okay, sure, I'll turn it down. I like knowing that it's working.
Yeah.
You don't have to turn it all the way down.
Oh. I mean, that's why people wear headphones and stuff while they do it, so they can hear the audio feedback, so they
And
know.
why don't we do that?
I don't always want to have them.
I would love to have headphones.
I have like gaming headphones.
I do too. I just don't know if it would work for this.
Fair.
I would think so.
We could try.
But we could use the mic on the headphones. We wouldn't even need these.
Maybe we'd sell these. Send them back, see if we get some money back. We would look cooler, I think, if we wore
Well,
just our
we've all
gaming
dropped our
headphones.
mics multiple times. I don't think they'd take them back.
These ones?
I don't think I've dropped mine.
I haven't
think
dropped
they-
mine.
I guess we haven't dropped them, but we've definitely befuddled them. You've done it. You did it a few times last episode, didn't you? Where you kind of
Well, it fell over and bounced and hit my
yeah. I was kinda thinking
nose.
that.
I don't think that's really going to hurt the
Maybe,
mic.
maybe not.
We're just rambling now at this point.
So yeah, Thursday we got to sign up. Work in progress, but we're happy to have made progress on it at least.
New episode is up currently. Go
Is
watch
it-
all
is
of
it
our
up?
eps- Yeah, it is up.
Okay. I didn't know if it ended up if it finished.
I've
before we
been
started.
telling everyone I know. You better watch them bastards.
I haven't
don't
told
know.
anyone.
I don't know if they have. Are you going to tell anyone?
I don't know.
Have you
Just
told
tell you.
them?
Well, okay, I haven't told him directly.
Oh,
Well, I've told my brother directly.
yeah.
What did he say?
He's juiced.
Nice.
He's fired up. He said he liked the song. There we have it.
That little elevator song.
He likes that, and my mom obviously saw the story, so I'm hoping. I think.
Is it obvious?
Well, it said Darcy Hanson
that's right.
viewed.
Yeah.
So I also think she's the only person. We have about one dislike on one of our videos, and I think that's my mom. So. Oh well,
It is what it is.
maybe we'll get better. Maybe she'll start to like the show.
Or we just got to get used to people are going to dislike it.
Yeah.
That's all right.
It
It's bound to happen.
Yeah.
All right.
Unfortunately, it was our first video, but
Was it?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know if we
I
have
think-
any dislikes on any other videos.
I
'Cause
think
we've
it- I
obviously been so good since then.
Apparently.
People have been loving it. The views are
I'm still happy.
flying.
I'm still
Oh,
loving it.
just post the video. We are about 6 minutes in, 3 views.
Nice. Nice. It's not
Let's go.
Welcome. Welcome.
So
Today, what?
Go
What were
ahead.
you gonna- you- what-
I was going to say, so you had some topics today.
Did I have some topics?
That's what you told me.
I asked him too. I said, "Do you have anything particular?" And he looked at the logo.
You told me you told me you had a note card.
Oh, I do. Well, I do right here.
Oh.
There's a few things on it.
Okay.
Those are like, they're kind of like
Oh.
the things that
Okay.
well, we might have.
Might pepper those in?
Yeah, we might. It's
Okay.
just kind of like they are topics we could discuss
Okay.
if we want.
I thought you had said you had stuff to go into. So.
I might. I don't remember anymore. To be honest, I might have
Oh.
when I told you, and then I may have
Stomach.
forgot it.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting hungry again.
But we're done with school.
I'm done for the year or the summer.
I'm possibly
You're-
graduated.
You're
grades
possibly
haven't
you're
came in.
possibly done.
I'm waiting for all the grades to come in, make sure I have all A's, and hopefully that's true. And
Yeah, great time of year. You finally finish stuff, and your teachers don't tell you if you passed or not.
yeah, it's lovely.
You just wing it,
Well, it's like I think I'm in the position right now where it's like
regardless.
you like clearly passed, so I feel like that's why it's not like rushing in with any grades or anything, and all my teachers because
I could see that, but don't you think that, like, in terms of people are like, they need a specific grade to achieve something? They're like, I need to see what this is. Like, I know I passed, but I need to see what I passed with in order to know if I hit maybe this GPA or something.
yeah.
That they'd still want to kind of get those out there as soon as they could.
Yeah. Well, I think with one of my classes, because that was the class I had today, and it was just like it just ended with I was asking, are we turning in like these random logs that we had to fill out and stuff? And she was like, did I not make a Dropbox for him? And I was like, I don't think so. And everybody else in the class was shaking their head no and stuff. And she's like, don't worry about it then, I guess. And I'm like,
Oh my god, that sounds
okay.
crazy.
She's like, I think we just all need to be done.
Yeah.
And we're all like, perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. So I should get 100% in that class because I turned everything in. And she basically said, if you do everything, you're just going to get 100%. So
Cool.
See, depending on this last one, this might be my first time ever straight A's.
me too.
Yeah?
Congrats.
First time ever.
Do you make the dean's list if you have straight A's?
Yeah.
I thought it depended on your GPA, though, still.
But GPA should be.
Well, I think if you get straight A's, I think you make the list for the semester maybe.
Yeah.
Or does your GPA have to be above a 3?
Isn't it like 3 point? I guess it depends on
I
school,
thought
but
was
isn't it always like
3.2 or something?
I was thinking like 3.65.
Well, if it's my overall
know.
GPA overall, I'm not making it. But if it's for one semester, I'm in, baby.
Gonna hop
Maybe
on
the
there.
grades haven't came back.
I'm gonna hop on
Hopefully.
there, take a look.
Yeah, hopefully. That's the plan, anyways.
Yeah.
I've said I've graduated, so I really hope.
Yeah.
I really hope. That would just be such a bummer. But the drinking is not back because
Nope.
our other
Because
roommate
pops.
doesn't finish till next week. So our
He-
whiskey
you know,
bottle
he
will
made
not.
it sound like it's like the whole book thing. He
Yeah.
made it sound like he was done 2 weeks ago, and then all of a sudden 2 weeks later, it's like, oh yeah, I still got like another month left.
Yep. So
But I graduated. I'm done. But I got another month.
So it'll be another week until a whiskey bottle will be popped. So we're still waiting, but Kickstart is back. It is back on the table. Been about 10 days since I've had one. I'm very
Say this is
excited.
first one this week.
Look at us.
I know. New diet.
New diet.
I don't even know who I am anymore.
Yeah, it's getting real. Oh yeah.
I say even 2 nights ago when I stayed at Jess's, it was about like 11:30 where I started to get hungry again. And so I went through the kitchen. I was looking, and nothing really could find except for one thing, ramen. What did I do? Back to bed. Didn't make it. Did
Oh.
not make it. I went to bed.
Do you normally?
That's a big step.
If you.
Oh.
Okay.
Generally, that's getting those 2 packets are getting cooked.
Yeah, he does 2 at a
That's-
time usually.
Yeah, that's no. On a usually I'm eating those 2 plus something
Jesus.
else like midnight before I'm going to bed.
Ramen's one of those things that one packet by itself, delicious. Because it's like by the time you finish, you're not like full from it. You're just kind of
Yeah.
like, that was good.
Yeah.
But if you have 2, you get full and you get sick of ramen.
Well, see, and the thing
all
for
in
me
one-
is it's the
all in one
same, but
shot.
like, because I'll get full after 1, but I don't stop eating just because I'm full. I stop eating when I can't possibly eat anymore. So about 1.5 way through 2 packets, I'm usually like, oh God. But then I'm like, oh, I don't care if these things are 2 cents a piece. I can't throw it away. I got to finish it. So then I got to finish another half of the ramen. So I'm sitting there just a gut full of noodles that are probably cancer causing. I don't know.
You disgust me.
I disgust myself, but not anymore because now
Got much
You're better now.
new Z-Man.
You better know. And it's
Back to old Z man, not just.
yeah. Back to the Z-Man I knew when I first met you.
Where I
Healthy
actually worked
Z-Man.
out every day and was on a meal plan.
Ambitious.
Yeah,
He's back, I think,
I-
though.
it's only been 5 days, so we'll
Well, I'm just saying.
still see him. We
overall.
gotta see if we can
That's
get that
still pretty
habit
good, though.
going.
Yeah,
That's-
5 days is still.
Oh, I don't know the last time I haven't touched pizza. My food.
Did you go out? Have you gone out to eat at all?
We went to Chumley's last night, me and Jess with Glenna, and what did I had 2 beers and that was it.
That's pretty good. That's
Nope,
really
I
good.
ate chicken and something else before.
Oatmeal?
No, I don't think I made oatmeal last night.
Yogurt?
I had yogurt, but I thought I had something else for carbs.
I don't know.
I don't.
Beer?
No,
Oh,
I
I was
don't.
just
I don't know.
what were you looking? Are you still looking up the GPA thing?
Yeah,
Have you
My-
searched anything? Is this like your hopefully like your
I was
third
checking
search?
my I was checking my school email to see if there was anything like
Okay.
just to see if there's any updates.
Okay.
But now I'm going to the
What are you
e-services.
looking at?
The skirmish between Mayweather and
Oh,
Pauls.
the brawl that broke
We were
out.
just talking about that.
Yeah, I was just talking about that. Jake Paul, you shouldn't grab Floyd Mayweather's hat.
Apparently not.
It just doesn't seem like a good idea.
No,
It was,
not for a dude who's trained his whole life to punch people.
It was
and
just-
dodge.
Especially
punches.
since you have won 3 fights against not very good people except for one who could have been.
but he starched all of them.
But he starts on. But still, like you're not that guy that should be the one antagonizing Floyd.
What was really funny to watch was, Floyd, Jake, and Logan all like run around in between these massive bodyguards. And like,
Have you ever
and
seen the
they're
photo
all
of
just-
Floyd next to his bodyguards?
Yeah. They're all just getting basically, except for Logan. Even Logan was getting held by I've never seen the bigger guy. This guy made Logan look like
Like like Ronnie Coleman size,
he wasn't like jacked.
just a big
just
dude.
just big. And he's just holding Logan as Logan's like trying to like push his arms off, and Logan's like 6'2", like 200 pounds of muscle, you know, like, and he's just stuck there. And like Floyd, you can just see him getting like carried around through like everything and stuff, and it was a mess.
Oh yeah, I watched. I was like, ooh, not good.
Well, it's like, and it was going well because Logan and Floyd were both being like respectful in a certain way, talking shit
But that was
like you
Jake.
do,
That
yeah.
was
But
Jake,
then
though,
it's Jake
yeah.
gets into the middle of it, and Jake's trying to piss everybody off, and he does a good job.
Yeah,
Because once again, it's Floyd and Logan Paul's fight, and the only person people are talking about is Jake Paul. Again, he wins. He knows how to sell himself
well,
the other night at the UFC fight too, during one of the best like UFC cards in a while, when Masvidal got knocked out and Chris Weidman broke his leg, that whole thing. They were chanting at the arena, "Jake Paul sucks." Like, while the biggest like fights going on, all they can focus on is Jake Paul. Again, he wins.
well, yeah. Bad publicity is still good publicity.
Yeah, in his
Any
case,
publicity,
it's
yeah.
great
Well,
publicity.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you said. I got nothing from that, so
So hopefully we make the dean's list.
I'm at a 4.0 right now based off of 2
Good
classes.
for you.
Like your GPA is, or just for the semester,
For
or
the
overall?
semester.
Oh, okay.
Overall, it's like 2.4 because obviously I did a year, like right out of high school, we did a year in business class, and I put no effort into that.
Yeah.
So cumulative grade GPA is at that 2.4
Well,
because it has to take those into account.
You know,
Unfortunately,
you know
but
what my real issue was, especially for freshman year, was first semester.
that you played Doom while we were
no,
in class.
pretty good. It wasn't that. It was because even when doing that, I was still doing pretty well. It was when we went for spring break, and of course, go to Colorado. Hang out for a week.
Snowboard.
Yeah,
Didn't do any of that.
enjoy Colorado. Yeah,
We
that's
went
what
to
I would
the-
do.
We went to the mountains.
I don't know what you did.
I think everyone here knows what I
I
did.
know you talk about it every episode.
He does really.
I think he lives to bring it up.
I missed the damn.
We all got
South.
things we bring up constantly for no
Hey.
reason, I think.
I
Double
mean,
bubble.
Double
at
bubble.
the same time, even though I'm no longer doing
Raimundo.
any of that, I still miss
Raimundo.
those days where it's like get up, play Fortnite, hang out, smoke, and then it's like that's it. Maybe go to work.
I mean, minus
What
the
was
smoking
the-
pot, the rest of that sounds so good. So incredible.
Well, that basically everything except for the pot. Yeah, that was basically. Well, that was our whole winter.
Yeah.
So
But for me, that was
no pot.
if you were going to look at probably from senior year of high school to like 2 years ago, that was basically it. It was either drinking, going out, smoking, work. That's all it was. I mean, school was in there, but I didn't give a shit about school.
We
'cause-
definitely didn't.
Well, yeah, and that was my thing. Is after spring break, I came back and I'm like, I had a great time on spring break. I don't give a shit about the rest of this. And then I let everything
I
slip.
think the
so-
only entertaining thing about that first year business school, besides it was like you, me, and DK, was remember Alec and
Dexter.
Dexter.
Yeah.
Those guys were sweet. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Saw her at the gym a few times before I was done. Looks very nice.
But yeah, there was no surprise that none of us really did good.
Thing with my semester or my GPA right now is, well, this semester I was put on academic warning because my GPA got so low. It dipped under, like 2, and then you need to
Yep.
bring it up for graduation. And that's why I was pushing so hard for A's, is to make sure, because I needed like at least a B average overall, which I should get anyways, just because 2 of my classes will be A's, because one's at a 97 and the other one should be 100%, and then my other one's teetering at like a 91 right now, with like 6 assignments that need to be turned in last night. So hopefully, I put a lot of effort into it
and
though.
the thing with me was, especially with the first year, business after the first semester, I was like, I'm not the biggest fan of going into business. And like it hit me like mid-semester, second semester. It's like, I'm not the biggest fan of this. So like the effort wasn't there. The moment I got into classes I actually wanted to be in, I did really well in.
Yeah.
Actually really well. It just, if you're not, you're like, I don't care.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's exactly with me too, because I've been failing classes ever since I've gotten to college. Failing at least one class semester usually, whether it's like
it's been for me all the way through high school.
yeah, well, you know me.
Oh my god, I got
You know me, I didn't finish.
yeah.
This is the first time I've graduated.
know how
Maybe
I
going to
finished.
graduate, so
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
that's
pepper that maybe in.
well, that's also why I feel like
Yeah.
I might still not graduate, probably, is because I've never done it before. So it feels
Is
like
that anxiety kicking in.
yeah, it's like my like loop of how I deal with it. I'm like, I probably won't because I just never have been. But I'm trying to like silence those, but it's tough.
But I feel like this will be even more rewarding than like a high school graduation would be.
Oh,
yeah,
Because you've
'cause-
tried so much harder to correct that.
Yep.
plus
and,
one's high school and one's college.
Well, and yeah, because high school's like they're basically all I had to do was show up for high school, and I would have graduated, and that was too hard for me, so that didn't work out. But now college, it's like I have to show up and I have to do a lot of work,
and if you don't show up, they don't give a shit.
and it basically
You paid them. You're.
It basically took me until this semester to realize that you actually have to like ask questions, and like
Yeah.
I'm not smart enough to just
You're
do
treated
it by
as
myself.
an adult in that case. I was like, you're an adult.
You can ask a question.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah, figure
I'm
it
not.
out.
You want help? You come ask me.
Yeah, it took a while, but and I've finally gotten to like theater classes and acting classes, so I've actually been able to do things I enjoy and what I want to do. So it's been really fun, and I'm actually in the theater
Yeah.
production this
Oh,
spring.
nice, awesome, cool.
Got to write my own little monologue and
Wait,
perform
when
it.
is it?
It's out currently.
Oh, you did it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's actually 2 like plays coming out this.
I thought you said that
spring.
you were going to be doing a monologue for play this spring. I'm like, you're going to, but it's May. I'm confused on how that.
No,
works.
it's
Yeah,
already out. That was for one of my classes, was being in the like theater and stuff. So
Okay.
I'll pepper in the links for the next video. They'll be in the description.
I'm not gonna lie, for us in high school, it wasn't showing up. You actually had to do this shit. But again, we went to private schools.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys went to a Catholic
Yeah.
school and it was a little bit more strict. and,
Because
like,
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't show up a lot, and I still passed.
Yeah, well, what's your definition of a lot? Because I'll tell you mine.
Well, between junior and senior year, I want to say it was like 492 absences, so periods missed, and then it was like
That's
295 or almost 300 tardies for periods. So,
that might have been more than me.
well, when you
How the hell did you graduate?
well, it's all up here, bud.
Oh, thanks.
No,
Well, no, it's not that. It's not that. It's just I have a pretty good memory for shit. So
Apparently, you're just dumb.
no. Plus, when you have a parent like Dennis, who's like, I did the athletic book for them. They can eat it, and he's like, oh, you don't want to go to school till 12? Deal. He's like, you'll go for lunch, come back, we'll hang out, we'll have steak tonight. It's like, oh, deal, sure.
Well, that's what my dad did with me, but then I loved that way too much. I never wanted to do any schoolwork
Yeah.
then, so
Well, I would do my schoolwork. It just
I wouldn't.
my teachers always knew though that if they handed me an assignment, depending on what class it was, I'd probably hammer it out quick.
Thing I always loved was like a like the fresh start of like a new semester, new classes or whatever, and I've still loved it all the way through college. It's like I love that because in my mind I'm like, I'm gonna do it right this time. And then I just never do. So I was saying it's a couple weeks in, and I was saying I'm like, how am I already behind? And then it just spirals, and I don't get it done. For the semester, I decided it wasn't gonna happen, and didn't let it happen. So regardless of if I graduate or not, which it should be, processing currently, I'm still proud of myself for taking it seriously at least.
Oh,
So I still made a
absolutely.
big step in my life, regardless of the outcome.
It's funny when you do something you actually enjoy, you do better, or you actually get stuff done.
Yeah, when you actually like make it a priority and you actually want to do it, it's
Who would have thought?
shocking, and then you feel so much better
I
about
feel like
yourself.
people have told us this for
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, Grace has yelled at me for years about it, and finally, the last time she got mad at me about it, was like, "What the hell are you doing?" It finally set in. She finally told me, she's like, "You want to do big things, but you ain't even doing the small things to get to the big things." And I'm like,
See, that's a good thing though.
"Yeah,
to
that
have
is
her-
true. I'm not doing anything."
Yeah, it's a good thing though to have her like push you and remind you like there's other shit you have to do before this.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? I feel like a lot of people don't have that though, especially when it comes to school. It's just like show up, you'll be fine. It's like,
Yeah.
No, you need someone to be like, hey, you're not doing it.
You need someone to like check you on your shit
Yeah.
and be like, "Are you know?" You need someone to basically be like, "Let me see your grades." You know, like you need like that parent that's like, you have to bring a report card to him home. So you want to bring home a good
Oh,
report
I
card.
try to avoid that at all costs. I'd usually just forge a signature.
But in a sense of what I'm saying is like you need someone that is
Oh, yeah.
going to be like,
My dad's was such an easy signature to forge.
Oh,
I would
It
imagine.
was
Yeah.
it was a cursive J and a cursive J. My mom's couldn't touch that thing.
oh,
That was all fancy.
I'm not gonna lie, I never had to forge a signature only because Dennis would go, I'll sign that shit, and then go, how'd you get that grade? And I'm like, I didn't show up for a month to it. He goes, oh yeah, that makes sense.
See,
It's
I
like,
wasn't allowed to not show up.
Well,
My dad was a hard ass for it.
well, how would I phrase this? Dennis goes, do you know what we're talking about? It's like, yes, it's American history. I'm pretty good on that. And he's like, yeah, I know. He's like, you're fine. Math class. He'd be like, are you showing up for that? It's like, He'd be like, well, maybe you should go that one. It's like, yeah, but I don't want to. And he'd be like, fine. Well, which ones do you want to go to? It's like gym class and weightlifting.
Why wouldn't you want to go to math class? All we did was mess around. In pre-algebra and algebra
well,
1,
yeah,
2
those-
years, that was strictly just us.
and geometry too.
Oh, yeah.
Geometry was a good one, but the other
So
ones.
basically, the 3 years of high school math out of the 4 was,
I actually didn't have to take a fourth year.
I think I did because I thought it would be best to have, because I guess that's right, we were only required 3, but I'm like, I'm going to put on one more just to make it look good. It didn't do anything.
I was still taking high school math basically until last semester.
That's true. First year teacher that just did not give a shit. Second year we just kind of took charge of the class. Third year they tried to take charge and it just wasn't
Were you
happening.
guys bullying the teacher?
We weren't nice, but we didn't make fun of them. We
No.
just didn't listen.
She just had, or she or he just had no control,
Uh,
basically.
Not with our class, no. But
No.
Because
Just a
I
lot
was
of-
part of those classes. I know those classes.
It was
the
just,
teacher.
I would just always
they're-
make some small smart ass comments. Like the one I remember is she was teaching us about parabolas. So she'd be it's I don't something to do with the U and
I've
letters
heard
and
it.
numbers.
I've heard it, but I can't think.
But
of
every
what it is.
time she'd say it, and that's how you get this parabola, and I'd be like, parabola. And she'd turn
You're a
around.
terrible person.
I read something so dumb. She'd turn around, excuse me? And be like, parabola. She's like,
That's
that's
how
not how it's
everybody
pronounced.
was,
And I'm
though.
like, I have an accent. I'm sorry. That's how I say it. Just dumb little
what made it,
preschool
what
comments.
made it worse was our class at the time because it would be like me, him, the other kids who.
Well, and of course,
You-
all the other kids in the class are the year or two below us. So we got
Of
these
course.
younger kids that are like, "Oh, LOL, these are older kids, and they're hilarious." So they just laugh with you.
Oh, it was always my favorite class.
Oh, it
is
was
when
great.
when you'd walk into a class and it's younger kids because it's like I don't care, and so you just show them like that you're funny as
We
hell.
sure made it seem like we didn't care. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
you
it was
guys I'm still convinced you guys did care because of the amount of times you're saying we didn't care. Just didn't care.
Well, no, I mean,
Well,
I enjoyed
was
math
good.
class only because like
I hated
start
math.
I'd start falling asleep.
Yeah, I'd
and
say
they
nobody
would
enjoys math.
they would start to say something and be like, you have to be awake for it, and I'd repeat whatever was just said, and it's like, how
Yeah,
do you do
you
that?
said that
It's
before.
like,
that
how do you do that? It's
you
like,
just
well,
always
I
had like
He's
a
tooting his own horn again.
yeah. He's always tooting that horn.
But yeah, it was just
Someone
it,
has
it was
to.
it
He's
was
always
just
sucking his own D.
yeah, it was just always stuff like
wish.
just small
Right.
little smart ass comments that are just so dumb, but it just would put her on edge.
Biggest fear used to be in like classes where when they do the popcorn reading.
Oh yeah, hated that.
Popcorn.
We
Zach.
we
That was always such a big
Yes.
fear of like
See, they never did like they didn't say popcorn. They just would. Okay, Zach, read. And
Well,
I'd be sit-
well you
What-
never did the where like students would like read and then
That's-
they would just choose a spot to stop and say like
Oh, no,
whatever
we-
term it
not,
was. And,
Not to stop, but it'd be like you'd read these two paragraphs. It's like, who's next, and then they would just say a name. We had one kid, and love him to death, but
oh
just-
yeah,
he was he's
he was.
great at sports, great at almost everything but reading. And I mean, you
was
you
it like he really struggled when you
Yes.
would read like it took
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
it was. We would get to
It's
the
always
point
a
where
bummer.
we would get to the most dense paragraph ever, and everyone would wait. We'd wait, and we'd fire it over to him, and you could tell that he would just be like, "I fucking hate you guys," and it's like, "Yeah, I would." Hate
I
us
would,
too."
You would throw it
I would
around.
always feel so bad because there would be kids in our class that would have that too, and I mean I wasn't a very strong reader when I was younger either, so it's like, and I was anxiety about talking out loud. So if a big word came up, you just try to like, try to like just skip past it quick and like, I don't know, it's
I
tough.
mean, we were usually pretty decent with him. There was every once in a while he'd be like, "Teacher, I don't know this word." Have him
It's
read
like,
it. And then,
what is
"All right,
teacher?"
thanks." Well,
The
I'm not
district.
gonna. I'm not gonna say their names.
It's like Mr. B.
Hey lady,
It's like
Mr.
Mr. B.
Mrs. Blank.
It's like
I don't
Mr.
know
B,
this word.
What the hell is this? And he'd be like, he'd say it. It's like that word, and then you continue, and he'd be like, "Could you say it?" I'm like, "You just said it." And he'd be like, "Okay, continue."
kids are just mean.
But he loved our class because our class A did our work, but B we also were like fun. We were
He
in
was
class.
a great
Yeah,
teacher.
by far top 3 teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
a
one of
dumb
those
kid.
few that like really just cared.
Mm-hmm.
Like that you actually did your stuff and actually learned something. He would put in his time and effort to actually help you.
Like if
Whereas
you-
a lot of our
yeah.
teachers are kind of like, "It's in the book. Sorry."
Yeah. Like if you had a
Yeah.
question, you'd be like, "Hey, can you explain this?" And you'd be like, "Yeah." Or if you had a paper and it's like, "Well, how do you think I should say that?" You'd be like, "This is how I would do it." And then you'd be like, "Okay, but I like this way better. Like, how do we merge these?" You'd be like, "Oh, that's simple." And you'd show you. You know, like he actually cared. That was the one thing about a lot of the teachers is that they're like, "Oh, it's in the book."
And that could have been more on us for maybe not putting in more effort ourselves, but it just
Well, I wouldn't even say that because I feel like the teachers you actually enjoyed.
because I definitely didn't put in effort.
Oh no,
So I can
but-
understand them being like, "Yeah, you're not
yeah,
trying. I'm
but
not gonna
but
help
on
you,"
the
but
teachers,
Yeah,
I actually
that's how I would be.
kind of also petty though at the same time.
Yeah, but-
I don't know.
But with the
Maybe, maybe
teachers I
not.
actually enjoyed being in class with, I tried, and so I.
Oh,
feel,
absolutely.
I feel like they were a little more like he's actually trying, where a lot of the kids were just him and Hans. Like, no, I'll ask. Like, what do you want us to do here? How am I supposed to do this? Show me.
Yeah.
And they would do that. You know.
Pre-algebra where we spent half the year just she'd like teach us a lesson real quick in like the 40-minute class for about 10 minutes and then it kind of became like a study hall, just kind of do whatever. So there's so many days where we'd sit there and just play paper football across the room.
Paper football. I mean, then she'd be like, "Can you guys do the work?" It's like, we're gonna do it tonight. And of course, we would all
Oh,
show
yeah.
up. We would all show up with it as we're like scribbling it out as she's going through the answers.
Or
She's like,
just sitting there looking
she's
at
like,
each other's work.
she's
Just
like,
put something
she's
down.
like, you can't do that. It's like, but I'm going to. And she's like, I don't care.
She
do
just
it."
didn't care at all.
But she was a good teacher, though. Like, if you actually need help, you would ask her, and she's like, "Here, I'll show you." But a lot of our teachers, I just feel like were there for 15 years, had seen so many classes, had either had class with like your siblings, or went to high school with your parents, or just knew you pretty well. Were like, I'm not concerned about you learning how to do fucking
Alright.
parabolas and shit. Like, they're just-
Parabola.
Parabola.
Or like in I think 7th or 8th grade, it was me, the twins. Mikey, and a few others where we
Oh, Class C.
yeah, well
I
we
was
got
in
in
that
a
one.
thing of let's hop back into Pokemon.
Oh
So we had
my
all
God.
had our Game Boys.
Oh my.
And we went out and got pencil cases where we kept our charger, our Game Boy, and our game. So we'd sit there in class with our books there and just kind of like in class
yeah.
playing Pokemon.
We had some bad classes.
Don't mean to cut you guys off,
We need a break.
but we will be right back.